If you saw yesterday's upload on the DJI Air 2S versus the Mini 2 in low light and dark conditions, it seems a great number of you wasn't really happy with the way that I did it, because instead of putting them both on screen at the same time, I decided to put one and then the other. The reason for that was purely because I decided that it would be better to see the image in full rather than compressing it. It seems that's not what you guys wanted to see. You wanted to see a split screen, so this is a re-upload of that video, and I'm just going to piece this into the beginning and then you can see them side by side. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you the difference in low light conditions between the DJI Air 2S and the DJI Mini 2. So why am I going to do this comparison? Now, if you've been with me for the past week or so, you will have seen I have done quite a number of videos on the DJI Air 2S. Obviously, this is a new product and being completely open, I want to grow my channel, and to do that, I need to review the latest tech, okay? Now, I have pitted this in a couple of head-to-heads with the DJI Mini 2, but it's important that you guys know the basis for me doing so. The basis of me doing so on this channel, I don't tend to give full-on, straight-out opinions on what I think is good, bad, or anything else, okay? I try to be helpful and put the onus back on you, the viewer, to let you guys decide for yourself what you think, alright? So when I do my tests, such as the one you're about to watch in this video, I literally prefer to just post stock footage and then let you guys decide which you think. This isn't about telling you that the DJI Mini 2 is bad. It's not about telling you that the Air 2S is brilliant. It is simply aimed at the consumers that have potentially got the DJI Mini 2 and allowing you guys to see the difference in the additional features if you do buy something like this, okay? Now, many things are made in this country, of which I live in the UK, regarding the 249 gram restrictions. Now, the trouble is, okay, everybody for some reason seems to have got it absolutely ingrained in their mind that you need a 249 gram drone and everything else is bad. That's simply not the case. Whilst the DJI Mini 2 does give you the amount of flexibility to take off from your back garden if you wish, and absolutely it is the least restricted of the drones, many people who I see posting photos on social media, and this is, you can see it for yourself, most of them, when they're posting a photo of a landmark, castle, bridge, something really scenic, all right, they tend to be over 149 meters or 150 meters away from people anyway, okay? So without any additional qualifications, for this class of drone in the UK and in Europe, you have to fly 150 meters away from uninvolved people, okay? Now, with the help of Article 16, with which you can see I've done in this video, all right, and I will leave a link above my head also and in the description, you can see that by joining a flying club, okay, and a risk assessment, providing that area is predominantly used for recreation, you can actually fly this drone within 30 meters of people and indeed 15 meters for takeoff and landing. And you're going to see some of that in the clip that I'm about to show you. I'm basically on a open pasture where there is people around, but maintaining that 30 meters distance, I can fly this drone absolutely no problem whatsoever. So like I say, just be aware that even though the Mini 2 is an absolutely great drone and it does beat all the restrictions that are currently in place, there is still a market for being able to fly this drone, especially in the UK and Europe. Obviously, you do need some additional qualifications like the A2 CFC, but yeah, under this Article 16 ruling, or Article 16 regulation if you wish, you can fly this drone in more areas. So this is why I'm doing a bit of a comparison, because if I can educate you guys as to the fact that you can fly this drone in more places, you might start to see a little bit more value in the features that it does have. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to now get on with the video, and I've listened to your feedback, okay? And instead of doing one set of photos and videos with one drone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back to back, so you'll see a video from the DJI Air 2S, then you'll see a video from the Mini 2, and then a photo and an additional photo, etc. Just so it's fresh in your mind and you don't have to keep rewinding back. So yeah, that was my mistake on the previous video, but I've listened to your feedback and I'll do it this way from now on. So let's get started. Right then, so the point of this is to show you the low light capabilities between the two drones. Now, it's going to be important for me to tell you, so both of these drones were filmed 4K at 30 frames per second. Both of them had the same gimbal down tilt and they was both in the air at the exact same time, okay? And if you don't believe me, here's some footage to show that the drones were actually filming each other, and as you can see, it was quite a lot of fun and quite scary as well, having both of my drones literally right up to each other. So yeah, that was good fun. But ultimately, like I say, for fair comparison, both drones were up in the air exact same time, so there was no difference in lighting conditions, and this should provide a decent equal comparison. So I'm going to show you 3 clips, and one was where it was just before sunset, one was just after sunset, and one was nighttime. Right, so what did you think to that comparison? Hopefully that really highlights the qualities of both drones. And like I say, this isn't a bashing of either one. This is simply aimed at those consumers that might have a DJI Mini 2 or any other drone and want to see just how good or bad, you know, your opinion goes both ways. Like I said, just a very, very similar trait to when I did my daytime video. So many people have viewed Terran and said, well, actually, I think for the money, the DJI Mini 2 looked absolutely spectacular. And that's absolutely fine, guys, because all I'm doing on these videos is just providing you with straight up facts on similar conditions, same settings, neutral EV values, out the box settings, no color grading, just so you can see yourself out of the box how these two perform against each other. So that wraps up that video, guys. I have done a whole host of videos on the DJI Air 2S and the DJI Mavic Mini and the Mini 2. So if you do feel like watching any of those videos, I have some playlists. You can go check those out. I'm sure there is something you will want to watch. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one.